Hello everybody, my name is Brody, otherwise known as KnockoutWolf, and I am finally making another music video. Thank you, thank you, really, thank you. I thought we'd have a little break from the whole Dead Rising Let's Play today, because I recently made a tiny bit of an impulse buy. Just a little bit. I mean, I say impulse buy, I was thinking about it for a couple weeks, so it wasn't too impulsy. But it sounds weird saying impulsy, actually. I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but first of all, I got Skyrim remastered like yesterday or something. If you don't know, it was my birthday on the 6th of December, which was actually the day Dead Rising came out. And I got an Amazon voucher kind of thing, or I got one of those like one for all postcard vouchers, and it says that they work in HMV. I currently work in HMV. I'll tell you, it doesn't work in HMV. And let me tell you, people get kind of pissy when they pick up like £30 worth of stuff, pop it on the register, hand over a one for all card, and we're like, ah, fuck. So I exchanged it for an Amazon gift card, and here we are with Skyrim Remastered. And I was trying to join like the Fighters Guild thing. What are they called? The Companions. They're called the Companions, not the Fighters Guild. But they just do the same. So I was like, hey, I'll join the Companions and record it and shit. And I tried that. And I went outside to do the thing where you hit the guy with the shield to see how good your arm is. And all the companions around outside decided to get hostile and then start attacking us. And I thought, oh shit, it's probably because I got my companion with me, and when I hit him, she starts hitting and shit. But no, it actually happened before I even got my sword out. It's still a bit buggy, to be honest. Let's just say that. But I've been having fun revisiting it and actually giving it a good crack, because I didn't play this game near as much as I played Oblivion. I played Oblivion for hours and hours and hours, and I just like barely scratched the surface of Skyrim. So it's fun to have like a proper go at it, and it probably should look better than it does. It's okay. It looks alright for a remaster. It's better than the fucking Dead Rising ones, I can say that for sure. So it's time to get the records set the record straight. So. No applause this time. Time to get onto the impulse buy, and shit is heavy. This video is like my biggest impulse buy and best impulse buy of 2016. But up until like November, I didn't really have the money to do impulse buys. So now I'm just being paid like £300 every fortnight, and I'm like, shit, what do I do? So I impulse buy shit, which includes this big ass thing. Now, as an ass lady, you probably already know, Blink-182 are one of my favorite bands, if not my favorite band. And they just so happened to release a 7 LP box set recently, all the albums from Cheshire Cat to Neighborhoods on vinyl, on record in 2016, and it costs a lot of money, and it's now in my possession. Yeah, it's big, it's heavy, and it's cool as fuck. The Blink box set, hell yes, and with a 30% staff discount, I just couldn't not do it. When I first started working at HMV, I already knew my friend Dan. He worked there for a few years, and he's a massive Green Day fan, but also a big Blink fan. When I got there, I saw this big box set on the side, and he was like, look at this shit. And he'd ordered it in for himself. He was just waiting to buy it, and I was like, dude, I need one of those. And then Jess started a couple weeks after me, and turns out she's a big Blink fan too. And I told her about the box set, and within like a moment's notice, she had bought it. It was already in her possession, or at least she had ordered it. We got a message from Matt. What does Matt want to say? Just bought Skyrim. Matt just bought Skyrim, but I'm making a video right now saying that. So really, she made the bigger impulse buy than me, but we were just stood there, and I was like, dude, I need to buy it, but considering I'm buying this new laptop for £800, and I'm making like £600 a month, you know, it's a lot of money. I need to be saving as much money as I can. And we were talking about it behind the till, and Dan already had his in the back room, and Jess already had hers at home. She'd already fucking Instagrammed it all. And I was like, oh, but I need to save my money. But the Blink-182 box set also exists, and I mean, it comes to no surprise considering it's in my hands. I've already bought it. It actually arrived in store on payday when I got paid like 270 quid. So I was like, yes, go on, fine. I need to take it home. I need to. And it's so cool. It's not in order right now just because I was checking them all out, and I just didn't think about it when I put them back in. It doesn't include California because this is just the OG Blink stuff. And it doesn't include Buddha either, because I guess Buddha was just like a demo album which got remastered and stuff. That cool ass box though, that's sick. What? It also came with a free MP3 download for all the albums and songs and stuff on these records, which I still don't know what to do with, considering I already had them all. So here in my hands are 7 of my favorite ever albums. In fact, 2 of them are my favorite albums. We got Cheshire Cat, Dude Ranch, Mark Tom Travis Show, The Enema Strikes Back, double LP live album. Of course, The Killer Enema of the State. Take off your pants and jacket! And I'll also say that I knew the whole take off your pants and jacket masturbation joke at the innocent age of like 12 or 13. I just want to make clear that Amanda the Jedi didn't know until she was considerably older than that. Untitled, self-titled, whatever you want to call it. Double LP, except one of the sides doesn't have any songs on it, and I'll show you what cool ass thing they did because of it. Finally, the infamous Neighborhoods Double LP Deluxe Edition. Although this album is kind of hit or miss, this has got some sick songs on it. So that's all 7 LPs. In total, it's like 10 LPs, I think, because it's double Mark Tom Travis Show, double self-titled, and double Neighborhoods. For 10 records, for the retail price was like £120, but because of my staff discount, I got it for like £83, which is insane. Like, I don't think you're gonna get it brand new cheaper anywhere else. First of all, just having this picture on a bigger scale than the CD is just like a gift itself. But the cooler thing is that all of them open up like that as well, which is sick. They're not just like a cardboard sleeve. They got all like the lyrics and things, little pictures. Huge Ranch, my favorite Blink-182 album, and in fact probably my favorite album overall. Got a massive Blink-182 thing across there, and of course the Western pictures on the back. On Mark Travis Show, fold out, and the asses on the back. That should really go before Enema of the State, actually, considering it's like the live album for it. That's kind of my bad. If you're wondering, they're all printed on black, so it's like nothing special like the splatter discs, but that would be hella expensive if it was. So this is side C, and if you don't know what side C means, it's like side A for the second one, and then side D is the B-side for the second LP. When Clear, Carousel, All the Small Things, Country Song, Damn It, and Man Overboard, like the actual studio version they had at the end of the album. And then on this side, it's literally just all the bullshit that they spout like throughout the live show, which annoyingly on iTunes like splits into like 20 just like 10-second tracks. Next, or should I say previously, we've got my second favorite album of the collection, Enema of the State, the one which started it all for me. And you had the massive fold out of them all waiting in line. That's sick. I love that. And you also got inside the lyric sheet with all like the symbols and stuff on it. Take off your pants and jacket with all like the color things they did, like the changing room stuff with all the lyrics to the song. This one doesn't have like an insert to it, but you got the plane on there and the pants on there. They probably do like a variation with the jacket on it as well. So I know with the CDs they did like the plane, the pants, and the jacket, and I have one of them, and each one had like 2 B-sides to it. So the B-side of this album actually ends on Please Take Me Home, but my CD copy I had Time to Break Up, What Went Wrong, and Fuck a Dog, which was kind of a fuck up because it wasn't meant to have like 3 bonus tracks, it was meant to have 2, so that kind of confused me. The final OG Blink album before the hiatus, we got the picture on the back, and all the colors and shit when they were getting all serious, like and I'll show you on here the cool thing. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up very well, to be honest. On here you got the pink Blink smiley, but then on the D side of the second LP, where there's no songs on the album printed at all, I'm going to see if you can see that. You can see, like, in the reflection of my computer screen, you can kind of see it now. You got all the arrows on there. That's sick, man. It looks, you can see it in person. It looks so cool. So these aren't just like the box standard LPs, which they just printed and shoved in a box together. I mean, it's not like they're crazy rare, but they are limited, like, and it's a cool collection to have. I just didn't have any Blink LPs. I had the They Came to Conquer Uranus EP. There's probably some like shit pressing of it, but it's green, which is my favorite color. It's pretty sick. I don't know where it is at the moment, actually. Finally, Neighborhoods with like the darker color to the original. You got your Blink Spider there with all the lyrics. What made me laugh about this is just where the fold is. Just right through Tom DeLonge, cutting him out. So's Tom, I'm sorry about this. But it's really weird how they split the album up. They've done like 3 on A, 4 on B, 3 on C, and 4 on D or something like that. So I'm so happy with that. Like 7 albums for £83. What's that, like just over £10 for each album as an LP? That's like the cheapest I'm probably ever gonna get them brand new, at least, especially in like this big collector's box. But that's not the only impulse buy I did. In fact, it was more like an impulse order into the store. At the same time, I ordered this sick album. Now you can't see really because it doesn't actually have any printing on it, it's just the artwork. But this is the Superweaks Bad Year. They're a band from Philadelphia. They have just released their second album, Better Heavens, but this is their first album, and I just searched them on a whim on the computer because they're not like very popular. They're only like a few thousand people know them, I suppose. So I was really surprised they're on our system, but they were there. So I was like, fuck it, I'll order it. And it was only like £15, opposed to like the $30 shipping they would charge just to send the LP over. It's not their fault, it's just the stupid tax and import charges and shit. But here you go, The Weeks Bad Year. Now I think the second pressing of this album would say the Superweaks Bad Year, and also the wrapping on it had a sticker saying The Weeks Bad Year. But this is a first pressing, which is really sick. In a few years' time, when the world realizes how sick this band are, that this is going to be pretty important. So they got all the people that he thanked on here, including Zach Zarillo from Property of Zach, Ian Farmer from Mon Baseball, and Arresta Mobo. He's got the lyrics as well, which is sick because like me and my friends just couldn't work out like a lot of the lyrics, and they're not online. So there you go. In fact, Evan from the band was kind enough to email me the lyrics to their first EP, which was sick. You got the little Lamo Moon guy on there, the same record label which released some of Mon Baseball's early stuff. And they're coming over with Thin Lips from the same label. I think they like share some band members as well, supporting Mon Baseball next February. So I'm gonna get this shit signed. This is gonna be sick. And Lamo Records themselves like confirmed that it was the first pressing because they did 100 blue, 400 black. So this is one of the 400 black. But they also did a second pressing of like 500 black or something like that, so it could have been one of them. But the fact that it said just the weeks on it, especially there, the weeks, that's how you can tell that it's a first pressing, which is pretty awesome. And even though I've already had this for a week, this has had the most play time out of anything I've got. If you never listened to the Superweaks, formerly the Weeks, and you're a fan of Weezer especially, please listen to this band because they're so sick. Like, the closest thing I could compare this to would probably be Weezer's Blue album, because it's so sick, especially their second record as well and their first EP. This is just a work of art and nobody's noticing. So there we go. For under £100, I got 8 fantastic LPs ordered into HMV where I'm working at the moment. It was just on the spot. I was like, fuck it, order them. I'll worry about the money another time, and I'm so glad I did. In fact, I'm gonna give you a little give you a little showing of them playing now. So my setup's pretty shit in the moment. Here are like the 2 new speakers. I got the jam speakers on top of my amps. They don't fit there properly either because there's like the amp handles. There's my record player there. It's like on the box, so it's flat. And there are like a bunch of LPs, the ones I own, and also some Cure and Ramones and stuff that my dad lent me recently. I'm probably gonna try and avoid a copyright strike. So instead of Blink-182, I'm gonna stick some Superweaks on for you.